Alright everybody, this is a pre-recorded video. I'm currently in a hospital for 16 days, which means right now, if you're watching this video, I'll be there, and I'm recovering from my chronic pain syndrome that has been really taking a toll on my life. I hope that you still enjoy these videos. I pre-recorded like 20 of them just for you guys, and I also hope that you will be there once I'm getting back. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye. Welcome everybody. So, today I wanted to talk about all of the spirits. I haven't made a spirit video in a long time, and I feel like I want to talk about them because I know most of them. There's a few that I haven't really tried out very much just because there's no time, and you know, spinning them things is annoying. But we're gonna go over all of them. I'm gonna tell you which builds I personally think are a good choice for what spirit, and we're gonna start off with the comments. We have a lot to cover, so I'm gonna get right into it. So, out of the comments, the generic one might be the best, I guess. It's very equaled out. The most basic blade spirit. It doesn't possess a real name, but it proves that the spirit is real. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You don't have to, we don't have to talk much about it. The speedster is interesting, increases your speed by ×2 while decreasing the opponent's speed by 50%. Could be used in some, you know, situations, I guess, but overall, it's not really used very much just due to the attack, defense, and stamina being so low. Doesn't really boost anything. Maybe there are some fun speedster builds, especially with speed, you know, now being actually a pretty formidable, you know, opponent. So speed is actually quite, not in a bad, hugely bad state. So, yeah, that, I guess, but nobody's really gonna go for it. Shadow, before the light there was darkness. Your blade will vanish from sight anytime it utilizes the boost skill, along with no longer losing spin from boost. Interesting as well. I mean, I guess you can make it work too, but overall, again, not many people would use it. If you're a super beginner, I mean, the only reason where I would see this seem fit is probably, let's say PvP, because you would disappear when you're using boost, but overall, I don't really see many people using it, nor is it going to be very powerful. So yeah, let's check it out. Let's check the next one out. So the sniper here. So this one is a little bit more interesting. Your crit chance increases by 75% and crit damage increases by 25% while boosting. So that would be obviously good with attack builds. Now your stamina and defense kinda loses out here. This could be a potential winner for, I don't know, maybe snuff. Let's see. Potentially hybrid builds, potentially, because of the crit chance boost, because you want to initially with the attack bay, right? You want to do normal hits so you can crit damage. Because if you would be a glass cannon build, you would be in trouble because you would just die very fast. But overall, I would say, yeah, potentially if you would do a hybrid, but the downside of the hybrid side is that we have no stamina stars in here. What else could crit very high? Maybe Dragon Strike or something like that. I don't know if they really crit very much, but potentially. And I mean, 75% is not bad. It's not bad. It's actually quite good. So you could use sniper as well if you would wanna auto farm like rocks and stuff. Like if you just like put a macro or something, because macros are allowed again, I guess. You could use that for some extra damage, but still, again, nobody really uses sniper very much. Then we have Templar. Ironclad armor. They say that a Templar cannot be moved even with 1,000 ton of force. Your blade will have significantly more defense. Now, Templar, this is like the poor man's Unbreakable. That's what I would say. If you want to use defense builds, use the Templar build. I mean, a 5-star on defense. If bit on stamina, you don't need attack anyways on defense base. Speed, you can just easily counter and just put 600 speed into it. So, interesting enough. Again, this is a poor man's Unbreakable. Go right ahead and use it. If you want to get into defense base, I would say that this is a pretty good spirit to start off with. You know, get some cheap parts to it, like gravity, what is it, gravity shake or something, gravity, what is that skill called, gravity force, I forgot, you know, the purple skill where everything shakes, the gravity field, is it gravity, I don't know, but yeah, get some cheap parts and start with defense. You're not gonna be too sad with it until you get like into mid to end game. So if you're a beginner, go ahead, check it out. Simba. You are the king of the jungle. Reduces all skill cooldowns by 10%. Kinda whack. Nobody really uses that. Honestly, I haven't seen anybody going like, I have a Simba build ever. So out of all of these, I would say Templar is the best, followed by Sniper. I think these are very equal to each other. Really good for attack, really good for defense, really good for nothing, I guess. So let's see. Rare. Miyamoto. Your blade will deal some pierce damage anytime it comes into the direct contact with another blade. Pierce damages ignore defense. Could be a good defense counter for PvP. Also for some PvE stuff. You have a almost 5-star attack, 3-star stamina. It's decent. It's decent. Nothing I would specifically go for, especially in the end game. But if you're in the mid game to early game, I think Miyamoto is something you could hold on to. Not a terrible spirit. Then we have the Jester, which I remember was funny. Shunned by society, they have no place in our world and yet make us laugh. Your blade will give the confusion effect to any blade that attacks you for a few seconds, causing the flip controls. I think this is more of a troll kind of spirit, where the controls become inverted for people. I think it's funny, but PvP wise, like if you want to focus, like this game is very heavily on PvP. Once you finish the normal content, the PvP is going to be more or less like where you go like kind of like route to at one point. If you want to troll people, go ahead and do it. It's funny if you use it with like an indestructible stamina build where you just troll, you can't get killed and you invert people's controls. Other than that though, not much use. Not much used, so no. Then we have Demon. This is a little bit more of an interesting one. Increases your critical chance by 25% and your pierce by 30%. However, you will lose an extra 0.5 of your health. You do have a nice stat of 4.5 stars of attack and speed. I've seen people do some interesting one-shot cannon, so to speak, builds. Because, I mean, you're losing quite fast your HP. I think the Demon is okay. But overall, survivability is in the end what makes... I mean, you either have increased damage or survivability or a mixture of both. I mean, this doesn't really go into a hybrid build, and 0.5 is quite a lot. You will notice your health drain quite much faster. So, I don't know if it's really worth it, 25%. It's not a bad spirit, by all means, but it's also nothing I would technically go for. Just the way it is. One of the newer ones is the Undead. Upon reaching 20% of your HP, you will instantly recover to 50% and become immune to attacks for the next 3 seconds. I think this is one of the more better ones. If you have like these clutch matches where it actually gets low to these 20%, most of the matches, if you're like right now we have the attack meta, right? If you go into the attack meta and you go crazy with it, then I don't think many matches will go to the below 20 region. You usually one-shot people or like it's finished quite fast. But the idea of it, once you reach 20% of it, you recover to 50%. And you become immune to all attacks for the next 3 seconds is kind of strong. I would hold on to this and try to make it worth your while. Try to get some nice defensive bay. Like defense works well with this too, even though the stats are on 0, but defense could work with it. Of course, attack and potentially like hybrid builds. I think if you're running an attack glass cannon build where you just do insane damage, but you also die like 1 or 2 shots, this one is not gonna make a lot of sense because you just die too fast. You won't really get to the 20%. But if you have a build that is like kind of hybrid, because it does have a little stamina in there as well, it kind of suggests you to have a little bit of speed, stamina, and attack. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's worth it. You could keep it, make something fun out of it, but later on, if you have multiple respins and you have the money for the respins as well, probably I would go for something else. But yeah, it's interesting. Then we have Buddha, the never-ending forever eternity unending. Your blade will never stop spinning. and also slowly regenerates stamina passively. Health regenerates. This is a good one. I think this is one of the more better ones out of the rare category, especially if you run stamina builds, you know. So that's good, because the blade will never stop spinning. I think what they mean by that also could potentially mean that you don't lose health when you have that spirit. I think it's a good one. Not a bad spirit, not a bad spirit at all. I think Buddha might be, as of now, the best spirit that we've all talked about. Because stamina is strong, you can go really strong. You can also do a nice attack stamina hybrid here again. Anything you mix with attack is quite useful, because attack is the meta right now. It's definitely that #1 spot, at least for me personally currently. Then we have the wizard. Your affinity with skills is extraordinary. Increase all of your skill damage by 30%. This one's an easy one, simple one, easy to understand too. All of the skills just get buffed by 30%. I think for a rare one, this is a good one. Next to Buddha, I think this might be also one of the most powerful ones in the spirit section, especially if you go with some, I mean, having an extra 30% on damage as an attack bay is kind of strong, bro, like really, really powerful. So the wizard, definitely keep that in mind, and it's quite easy to get too. Dryad, a beautiful, elegant, yet dangerous spirit. The Dryad possesses thorns that reflect some damage received back to the attacker. Interesting. I mean, as you can see here, it suggests defense and stamina base. So if you have a full stam bay, I don't suggest mixing defense with stamina, but having a full stam bay or a full defense bay, I think it makes a lot more sense with defense, because defense can take more hits. If you have a really beefy, strong defense bay, you know, and there's some potential in there where you actually just let the people kill themselves, you know, with some reflect damage. So that's really cool. I don't know, do you have reflect as a trait? I'm not entirely sure. I think there is thorns, right? Is that a trait? I think there is a thorns trait, but I'm not entirely sure. Haven't really messed with it yet. But if you like fully build like some sort of a, I'm not so sure though now. Is there a trait? I'm not so sure. There's lifesteal. But I thought I've seen thorns, honestly. But anyways, really cool. Also really good. So these three are keepers if you have the right build for them. Let's get to the kind of the Champions League here now. I have to speed up a little bit. So Dragon, definitely S tier, enough said. Really, really good for glass cannon builds. Really, really good for stam builds. Actually good for any kind of build that does damage, because you will get some health back if you deal damage. Really good. Just strong. Overall strong. Just S tier. Then we have the Judge. You desire equality and balance. Ignores 30% of the target's highest stat at all calculations. Buffs the stats by 15%. Pretty good. I would say it's A tier. Really strong. I mean, this one's PvE wise really strong as well. Like Dragon PvE is S tier. You can finish almost any boss with it. Judge is pretty cool because everything is equaled out here, which gives it a good variety of different builds that you can use. You can use defense, stamina base. You can do attack, stamina base. You can do pure stamina, pure defense, and speed. This is a nice way of boosting everything here. So really interesting. Definitely A tier. So you can slap it on anything. That's how versatile it is. Then we have Titanium, one of the newer ones as well. Your Beyblade will have their knockback reduced by 90%. Your defense is increased by 30%, and your stamina is increased by 20%. Good, but most of the attack bays don't necessarily do normal hits, so the knockback doesn't really matter. Like a good attack bay uses things like Earthquake, Judgment, Blade Judgment, or whatever it's called. You know, you still have Dragon Strike or whatever in there. You have a lot of interesting skills that require no actually hitting into the enemy. So if you have a skilled attack player, this is kind of like basically useless. But again, defense might be buffed with it, could be interesting. As of now, I don't see much use of it. Nemesis. Your Beyblade stats will increase by 1% for every 1% of health you lose. Will not affect your HP. I guess. Could be interesting. I mean, it gets into the category where I say you could potentially do something interesting with it. This is like one of the stronger you hit me, the stronger I get kinda concept. I haven't seen many people use it. I haven't seen if it's like super overpowered yet. I mean, it would go up to 100% then, right? Like that. I mean, if you had 1% left over, which is kind of really unrealistic. But it does increase Yeah, the stats though. It's the stats situation. I'm not so sure if it is really powerful yet, but okay. The Saint. Many people talk about the Saint. All you dare attack a Saint. All nearby Beyblades will have 20% longer skill cooldowns. Additionally, you will take 25% less damage. Interesting. Again here, heavily defense and stamina is definitely boosted here. I can see stamina and defense base using this. Yeah, sure. All nearby Beyblades have a little, like, you debuff them with a 20% skilled cooldown when you're battling anybody, and you will take 25% less damage, which is quite powerful with defense. So you could build a very nice defense bay with it. If you get it, I would say it's a keeper. Glass is as old as time itself, so it's a keeper too. You know, it's a glass cannon, right? Attack base, glass cannon, simple stuff. Monarch is S tier. What I've been using for most of my bays, increases your attack by 100%. I mean, just wow. And stamina by 35%. Again, very powerful. Don't have to talk much about it. Really strong. So Monarch is good for stamina base. Monarch is good for attack base. Really strong. Then we have Unbreakable, the best defense skill in the game. For it's a must-have for defense players. Don't reroll it. Start a new bay. Keep it on the bay. Anything unique you get in these categories, keep them and start a new base, so you always have a variety of changes. Again, yeah, it increases your defense by 105% and stamina by 25%. There's nothing we have to talk about. And then Stubborn seems to be interesting. I read through it. At most, you can lose 10% of your max health per attack, which kind of like nerfs attack base quite significantly, so really nice. But all heal disables now affect you. Lifesteal, for example, can be healed disabled. Increasing your skill damage by 50%. This is a good one. I think this is a really good one. I would keep this as well, because you can be super tanky with this as well. You can build some nice stam base with it, because you can only take at least only max 10%. Like, this is an absolute attack meta counter. So if you're really tired of all of these people trying to one-shot you with glass cannon builds, use Stubborn. That's the way you could do it. Again, if you would be spinning that, I would definitely keep it in. You know, I want to get into Stubborn a little bit more. So yeah, I'm gonna be interested in working with Stubborn very soon. Gotta re-roll it. It's gonna take some time. I'm gonna be lazy for it, but anyway, Stubborn, definitely a keeper, and it's also S tier. They're all S tier down here. I mean, this is unique 0.1% chance, right? Alright, so what have we learned? There's some interesting choices that you can make between these guys here, between the judges. Okay, definitely Dragon. Glass Cannon is good. All of these ones are experimental. Saint is not bad either, and these ones are obviously God tier, S tier things. Thank you very much for watching. This is a longer video, but it is for your education. I hope I didn't stretch this content for too long. I hope to give you a little bit of a better idea on what to do in the next, you know, in your next Beyblade builds in Bladers Rebirth. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Peace out.